David, it's another shooting show.
It's brilliant.
It's almost like we're the Northern Shooting Show this time, isn't it?
Yeah.
2019. It's another year. Yeah. Where's the last one gone?
And it's gone quickly, but it's been an awesome year for us. We've seen so much support for the Eley brand in the last year.
Good.
It's been great. Really good.
Now, obviously, we caught up at another show prior to this, and we were obviously you brought out the new Eco Wads.
Correct.
Now, we've had a lot of stuff come out in the media recently about all different types of practices and what's happening, shooting, you're not allowed to shoot this, you're allowed to shoot that, only under these circumstances, etc., etc. I don't think that's really going to affect you with what you've got here with the Eco Wads. So take me through the benefits, where it's come from, the concept behind it, and where you see it going.
Okay, so the Eco Wad for us has been in development with our partners for I would say 3 years.
Right.
Because we've managed to find a partner who can deliver a truly hydrosoluble material, but is rigid enough to undertake the pressures of the 870, 930 bar, the standard cartridge, and so on and so forth. To actually maintain its structural integrity. But as soon as it hits the water, it then dissolves. So it dissolves within 24 hours.
So that's the key you were mentioning about, because the issue is when you're using either fibre or alternatively plastic, you don't have that luxury. So how does it work?
So literally, the wad itself is made of biomass, starch, binding agent. It's pressurized into a mold. It's slightly slower to make than a standard plastic injected mold, which you can turn out thousands at a time. But the great news is that because it's so hydrosoluble and because it's made of non-toxic materials, it will dissolve into nothing with no actual harm to the environment or to wildlife. And so the key thing for us was we had a lot of demand for this from the Danish market.
Okay.
So the Danish market, where steel and plastic wads came under a significant threat, as they even did foreshore walks and they were counting the number of wads they found. So it was one of those that we knew was coming, but it was sort of the heat on it really came up last year. So we pushed hard to get the wads ready for the IWA, where we first met, and the British Shooting Show. So we were really pleased for that. And now we've actually physically got the product ready. First ones are in the country now, and we're really pleased. I mean, we've got more of the steel clay loads available than we have the game at this stage. But there's plenty of trial stock for our dealers to try, so that when they try it, they'll see that it actually works ballistically incredibly well. The reason for that is that, if you can see here, you've got a little bit more give on the actual gas seal there than you would with a standard plastic wad. The reason for that is because it's just got that little bit more malleability. That actually produces a really good gas seal when it's fired. And the ballistic tests we've done so far are showing incredibly consistent results of the physical ballistics, and you get a nice even distribution curve when it's fired. That's the first thing. The second thing is, because it's a cut, it protects the barrel. So it protects the barrel with steel shot. Thirdly, it's going to be incredibly important for wildfowlers to move across to this, because we feel that over time the pressure on plastic and plastic wads in the sea will actually become far greater. So what we're saying is we've now got a solution that's totally non-toxic, breaks down quickly, will be available in time for the September season for the game loads, and is available shortly for the clay loads and clay shoots. We know there's at least 2 clubs in the UK who shoot steel exclusively, one in Scotland, one down in Kent. And so we know that with that there is a certain demand for this type of wad. So for us, we're really excited to see what's going to come through for the next year. I think looking at the wider picture, the general license issues have really fueled this debate of what's right, what's wrong, who should be doing what, where, and how. And I think clearly, a lot of knee-jerk reactions have been had. We're certainly going to see it fall off in vermin sales, vermin game cartridges, and pigeon sales in the next 3 to 6 weeks. But I'm hoping and praying that everybody will get around the table, talk some more, find a way through it all, deliver a solution that works for the rural countryside,
totally.
and that will then help us all be good custodians. I believe we are anyway, and we as manufacturers are very proud of what we're producing here, because we think this is the way that shooting will go eventually, and that we'll be there to help you as shooters deliver on that.
You over the years, David, you've supported me in my shooting in practical, which I thank you for, and the ongoing support. I think it is, for us as shooters, as you say, we are the custodians of the countryside. It is our responsibility to not use the plastic, to move away. A lot of the shooting sites now, as you say, are already fibre. But now to take this to another level where you are ahead of the curve, in inverted commas, you are able to provide a solution which is even better. Is there going to be much of a different price implication, should you say?
So certainly we don't think that the price implications that we're looking at here are massive. I mean, they're going to be £80 or £90 more on a retail price for a similar load that you would get it for a clay or a game load. So we'll see the VIP steel retail between £310 and £330 per thousand, and the clay load between £290, £295 retail. Not out of the ordinary.
No.
Obviously there is a premium to be paid because there is a slower manufacturing process, and we're still in the early days. We haven't got the economies of scale yet. We anticipate we'll get those over time, so the prices will become more reasonable over time.
Do you know what? I think, as ever, David, you've been an absolute gentleman of taking time out of this very busy show here at the Northern Shooting Show, and as ever, my friend, we'll catch up next time.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, David. Bless you.